Hello everyone, this is Manjunath. Welcome to this session on pattern. As you all know that Java is among the top programming language in this world. The reason behind its popularity is its diverse application from Android application to Java programming language. Java provides us to solve a lot of different problems. So today let us take the agenda as pattern. Well students, when we talk about programming languages, we have different kinds of programming languages. They are C programming, C++ programming and Java programming. When you learn these programming languages, one thing constantly comes in your mind is pattern. Well, my dear students, today I have taken a topic on pattern. Here I am going to demonstrate you how to print a pattern using 4 rows and 4 columns. The first 4 stars, it will print one line, then the second line 4 stars, third line 4 stars and fourth line 4 stars. You know, if you want to print one star at a time, I have a statement system.out.print in bracket star. Now question arises how to do it. Write one statement of first star, for second statement of second star and the third statement for third star, and the last one is fourth statement for fourth star. Then you have to write println because you have to come to the next line. Well, you know you are doing the same action repeatedly. So students, what we can do is we can apply some loops here. Now again question rises. Here what are we doing? First two things is, first we are printing each stars in first row after 4 stars. It should come to the next line. You know you can do this using loops. So before starting with loops, we should know the different types of looping statements. There are different types of looping statements and they are while loop, do while loop, for loop. The best loop, you know the number of iteration when you should go to this for loop statement. So when you are knowing the starting point and the ending point, you should always go for loop statement. So here you can start with the first two things. One is the first star and the second one is the second star. Now before starting with this, you require two variables. Those are I variable and j variable. One for the first loop and second for the second loop. Suppose we have 4 stars in row 4 and column 4. We treat it as a row counter and column counter. So my dear students, let's start the program. Let's take variable I for rows and j for column. So what we can do is to write the syntax as for I is equal to 1, I is less than or equal to 4, I plus plus. Here the syntax says I is equal to 1 means the beginning point is 1 and the ending point is 4. I plus plus is the increment operator. It is used to increment one after the other. Now if we concentrate in each rows, we should have to print 4 stars. That means to print a star we should require second loop. So to have the second loop, we will take second variable as j. For j is equal to 1, j is less than or equal to 4, j plus plus, followed by closing bracket. Now it will start printing the column wise. Suppose I is equal to 1 and j is equal to 1, it will print star. That will be the first star. Later j is equal to 2 as second star and j is equal to 3 as third star. The last one, when it reaches to the end of the second loop, the j becomes 4 as 4 stars. Now when j becomes 5, it will check whether the condition is satisfying or not, and it will become false. That time future it will not print and it will terminate the loop and come out of the loop and increment by 1 or 2. So my dear students, let us go to the second phase of the program. So second time loop becomes for I is equal to 2, I is less than or equal to 4, I plus plus, which means If I am incrementing by I as second row, that means I have to come to the next line after the end of the line, so that every line inner loop will start working, for which the syntax is system.out.print in the bracket \n. This syntax will help you to bring the statement to the next line. Here one thing you should understand or concentrate is the \n is an escape sequence which helps you to go to the next line, or you can directly use the syntax as system.out.print. You should add ln there. If you add ln there, the statement will terminate and go to the next line, whereas in the previous statement we were using \n. \n also can be used, whereas print ln also can be used. Use this automatically once the condition is satisfied. It will come to the next line and followed by the flower bracket. Dear students, in the previous program I have explained you using star how to create a square. So let us change the question slightly and try to create this star and make it as a triangle. This time I have to print star in triangle format. If you concentrate on this question carefully, you have 4 rows. In the previous program also you had 4 rows, as well as in this program triangle format also you have 4 rows. So for this 4 rows we need to use a for loop statement. For loop statement will be for I is equal to 1, I is less than or equal to 4, I plus plus. But my question is, when row is 1, I have to print the star, a single star, and in the previous program also single star. But when it comes to the second one, I have to print 2 stars. When it comes to the third position, I have to print 3 stars, and at the end, when my row is 4, I have to print 4 stars. That means number of columns will be depend on number of rows. I mean to say that number of columns will be depend on the number of rows. So what I can do is, if my number of column depend on number of rows, I should write the syntax as for I is equal to 1, I is less than or equal to I. Here be careful students, here j is equal to 1, j is less than or equal to I, j plus plus. Instead of for j is equal to 1, j is less than or equal to 4, j plus plus. Here the difference you need to understand. Here there is a slight change. In the previous program we were giving the ending point or the ending destination of the I position, I variable. Here what happens is, second variable we have taken is j. So the starting point is 1 and the ending point will be I. The starting point is 1 and the j starting point is 1. So once again and again, the first time when it reaches the condition, when it reaches the condition and it satisfies, it prints the star 1. Second time j will become 2 and j is less than or equal to I. I is what? Second time it will become 2. So second time 2 stars will print, and the third time, third row, j will become 3 and j is less than or equal to I. What happens here? It will become 3 stars. And the last time what happens, j is equal to 4 and j is less than or equal to I will increase by again the fourth position, so 4 stars. Here every time when it increases, the increment operator will help you to increase. So after finishing this, when you compile the program, you will find the triangle. Thank you so much for watching this video. Well students, here are some home assignments for you. The next session we will be discussing on searching techniques.